Hello, everyone. My name is Katie Hunt, and I'm actually going to be walking you through how I have big money garage sales. Many people have been asking me, how do you do it? Actually, people have been asking me for years, and I do help people. Actually, I help a lot of neighbors, and they always benefit financially when they do garage sales around the same time that I do garage sales because I help everybody. But anyways, I decided to do a blog post on it because I know I posted on Facebook if anybody would like to know, and there were over 60 of you that wanted to know. So I am going to do this for you, and I want you to pay close attention. And if you follow this strategy, I promise you will have great success. I am not going to lie; it is a lot of work. It's according to how much stuff you have. It really is. Like if you're really kind of brand new from doing a successful garage sale, then it's going to be a lot of work. But I promise you it's going to be worth it. And every time, if you follow this strategy every time, it will get easier and easier and easier as you start emptying out your home. But I know so many people, they don't make that much. I mean, they might make 50 bucks. I mean, they may make 100, but I really, on average, make anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. I've made more. I've made close to 3,000 in one, but I had a lot of stuff, a lot of baby stuff, a lot of items that can still sell at 50 to 75% of what I paid for it. So we are going to talk about all those strategies. I will do my best to literally give you everything that I know. The one thing that I do ask though is if you follow this strategy and you have a great successful garage sale, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear the testimony if you do. This is not anything I do professionally at all. It's just I will tell you, I've always learned the art of buying and selling, and I've been doing that technically for a very long time and negotiating. So I am going to do this for you, and I hope that you have a huge garage sale and huge success and make money from your stuff. So, okay, here's where I'm going to start, and I got my notes right next to me. The first place that you really want to start is you want to figure out, hello, what you're going to sell, right? So the first place you're going to start is, you're going to dive into what are you going to sell in the garage sale, right? So let's think about this, okay? Now, the first thing you want to do is you literally want to purge your kitchen, the bathroom, the master bedroom, right? The kids' room. Here's the thing when it comes to the kids' room. Make sure you do this with your kids. Don't just go through and say, hey, we're just getting rid of this like I did the first time. But my daughter was more of an infant, so she doesn't really remember. But now that she's 7, we're really having a genuine conversation. Because there's some things that there's still some books that she likes to read, and I'm like, let's get rid of these books, but she still likes to read them. And so just make sure you honor the child. And don't get me wrong, some people have way too much. My daughter really doesn't. I mean, she definitely has more that I'm sure than most kids out there, but not compared to most I've seen. So there's just a lot of stuff. So you got to be willing to part with a lot of things. I don't know how much money you want to make, but really everyone that follows this strategy, I guarantee has a garage sale enough to make $1,000. I guarantee it. But just make sure you have a conversation with the kids. You want to go through the linen closet, the living room, the dining room, the basement, the cubby holes, the everything. I think you guys get the gist. The reason why I'm putting it down here is because I don't want you to forget an area in your house. But here's the thing. When you're going through these things, don't throw anything away, okay? Do not throw anything away. I promise you some of the junkiest stuff can sell. It's just insane. It really is. It's nuts. And you want to take the time to price everything. You want to take the time to clean things up, make things look really nice. But make sure you really purge. Well, I know purge means throw away. But you really want to really attack every area of your house and, really go through everything that you don't want. And then find a place, whether it be in your basement, whether it be in your garage. We do our garage a lot. We just kind of pull all the cars out. And we do everything in the garage because that's where we're going to end up doing it anyway. So anyways, that's the first thing that you want to do. Uh, the second thing that you want to do is, well, like I said, don't throw anything away. I mean, I'm writing down all my notes because I want to make sure that you guys understand this. So don't throw anything away because this is an actual step-by-step strategy. So I want you to follow this so you can go through this in a timely manner, the best timely manner that you can. But it is going to be time consuming. But once again, I promise you it's going to be worth it. And you want to make sure you start this at least a month ahead of time because it's just going to take a lot of time. I would not do this the week before. Do not do it. Set a date. Start working on your home about a month and even 2 months before if you want. You can start set asiding it in your house. And this is what I do. There's actually goes underneath our steps in the basement. That is the area for all garage sales. I price things throughout the year too. So if I know I'm going to be getting rid of it, I go ahead. I'm like, you know what? I think it's time to get rid of this. I price it and then I put it underneath the steps and then I just, kind of let it go. Because pricing, which is the next thing that I'm going to discuss, is very time consuming. It's actually the most time consuming part because it just, it's like, how do you price everything? How are you successful with pricing? Well, here's the thing. When you're doing pricing, you want to make sure that you are 50 to 75% of original cost of, the stuff or material, whatever, right? And okay, so you think to yourself, Katie, can I really get that? Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Don't try to get anything less unless, you really you don't think it's worth 50%, right? But most stuff is worth at least 50% of what you originally paid for it. So be smart, okay? This is your stuff. And if you want to do this every single year, and truthfully, you should do at least 2 to 3 a year, sometimes maybe even 4 every season, because that's how much stuff accumulates in our house. Not that you're buying more stuff. It's not just things, just all of a sudden things, just like when you start going through cabinets, you just realize how much stuff you have, So you absolutely can price 50 to 75% of what you originally paid for it. So you're going to have to really determine, right? And you'll know, I promise you'll get really good at it. You'll just start realizing, oh, this really isn't so bad. And you'll just price it, most stuff at 50%. And you can absolutely get that. You can do slightly over because someone's going to probably want to negotiate with you. But you want to make sure that you price everything like that, okay? The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you label clothing. This is so critical. Let me tell you something right now. Men's clothing, especially like polos, I sell tons of my husband's shirts, tons of them. And he's a big golfer, so, and he wins a lot of clothes and polos and all that kind of stuff, polo shirts. And I sell all of them because he doesn't like the light colored ones because he sweats and he doesn't like to wear the lighter color ones. He only likes to wear a lot of black. So anyways, you want to make sure you label. So if it's like, size large, or it might be a men's, like it could be like a 1732, right? Whatever it is, make sure you label it. And what I do is I mostly do all stickers with everything, but when it comes to jewelry and when it comes to clothing, I put everything on a hanger and I buy the little, it's an investment, but trust me, you'll use these every year and it's so totally worth it. I do buy like the little, the tags, oh shoot, what I'm talking about, the little tags where you can tie them around and then pull them through. And it's worth buying those because people can look at the tags. It looks very professional and they will buy and they will pay what is on there. Okay. Now, as far as his shirts, I actually don't, I sell them for $5 to $10. Some of the Nike ones I might sell for a little bit more, maybe 12 or 15, and I'll get that. I really will. I'll get that. But most of them I sell for like $5, $10, but those add up. And let me tell you, oh my gosh, as opposed to giving clothes away, yeah, you can take the write-off, but you can make $5, $10 a shirt easy. Trust me. Women's clothing, of course, kids clothing, make sure you label everything. You can't, sometimes when it comes to kids clothing, sometimes I do, I might do like a sign for like, okay, this entire area is 2T, right? Or this entire area is 3T. You can do that. If you want to make the most money, you still want to individually price every single piece. Unless if you absolutely are like, I don't feel like doing that. Okay, fine. If you want to label shirts a certain price, pants a certain price, you can do that. But if you want to make more, I would individually price everything. Trust me. So individually price everything. Okay. So, okay. I think we're good there. Okay, number 5, length of garage sale. Okay, this is important. When should you have a garage sale? The most successful ones that I've done a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sometimes I would do them between Wednesday to Saturday, okay? Now I just do a lot of Friday, Saturdays because it's very time consuming and I just don't feel like doing the third day anymore. Actually, I haven't had one in a little bit longer. I waited like a year and a half, and just this recent one that I had. And I just did Friday, Saturday because it is a lot of work and you are pooped when you're done. I'm not going to lie. But when you make $1,000 or $2,000, it is totally worth it. It really is. And of course, I always take a portion out. I always make sure I take I make a sign saying, a portion of these proceeds are going to go feed the homeless or the orphans, or, always make sure that you use some kind of charity or something, because people will say, just keep it and give that to the kids or give that to the orphans. So people will be like, wow, they'll appreciate that you're doing it for a good cause. They really will. And I know most of you probably watching this already would do that anyways, but I say that because I tell a lot of neighbors and they're like, really, do I really have to give to a charity? Because a lot of people don't give, and I always convince them to, and they're always grateful that I tell them that. And then they start realizing, you know what, I want to start giving to a charity. So they find places that they like to give to, and it's just a good thing. And everybody likes to find things that they want to give to, and you know what, go on with them bad selves. I'm not going to force them to give to the charities and the places I give to secretly. But I do encourage certain places to give to. One of the ones I give to is actually kingdomwayministry.org. It's a ministry that I help out with, and we're actually building a new homeless outreach right now. And I was able just to give a very large portion to them yesterday, which I was very excited about. And they were really excited. They reached out to me today, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, So it's very exciting. It really is. It's very exciting." So, anyways, sorry, my phone's going off. Put that over there. Wednesday through Saturday is really ideal. You can do, you absolutely can do a Friday, Saturday. If you don't, you're like, you know what, Katie, I don't want to do, I don't want to, that 4 days is a lot. Maybe not everybody can do that because you work, and that's fine too. I'm not saying you can't do a Sunday, okay? But I am not as busy on Sundays. I've done a Sunday and it was totally dead. You'll get stragglers. You may sell some stuff, but to me, it's just not worth it. A lot of the garage sale people love to shop on Thursdays and Fridays. It's crazy. I don't know why, but you will find that Thursday and Friday will be your biggest days. If you do a Friday, Saturday, Friday will be your biggest day. Everybody wants to be on the first day. So a lot of people don't go to the second day. So it's not as busy. And oftentimes, check this out, this is a tip. Oftentimes I will do 2 different advertisings in the paper as 2 different one-day sales. Does that make sense? Because they think it's just the one-day sale, but really it's the same sale. It's been going on for 2 days. So sometimes I do that, and that's a tip, just so you know. Okay, so that's the length of the garage sale. I think you guys got that. When is the best time? Okay, well, let's see. The best time to have a garage sale. Meaning what time of the year? Best time of the year. Right, I should say that. Really, any time of the year is good. But throughout the year, I find end of summer is good. I do, and I do them a lot at end of summer. So I do it I always do the first weekend in August. First weekend of August. And why do I do the first weekend? No matter what time of year that I do, I I always do the first weekend because that's when everybody typically gets paid, including welfare people. It's the truth. It's just the truth. I'm just saying how I see it. I've run companies for many years, especially when I ran gyms. Everybody joined the gym at the first of the month, and that just happens to be a common time when people get paid. So I always do the first weekend. That is a big tip, just so you know. I'm not saying that you can't have it another weekend and you can't be successful. It's just something that I've observed, okay? And so if you're going to do it, and when I do it in the summertime, I always do it at the end of summer because parents are always looking for clothes. School's getting ready to start, right? People are just looking for really good deals so they don't go out and spend all their money at all the stores, right? So it's a really great time to have it, okay? That's the best time of year. I mean, it's just according. You might do one a year, and if you're going to do it then. Obviously, you don't want to do it in the wintertime if you have a lot of sleet and snow and stuff. So, like, springtime, fall time, summertime, those are the times to do it, and do it the first weekend of every, so like first weekend, or, first weekend of every month, okay, that you choose to do it, right? Okay, I think you got the gist. Okay, so next place, the ad, and where to do ads. Well, first of all, you want to go on Google because there are a ton of places free to advertise. There's a ton of yard sale sites that are free. I absolutely would go on Google. I'll print some of those out for you, or type some of those out. There's Craigslist, of course. A lot of times what I do is I'll take a picture of some of the higher ticket items and I post them on Craigslist and I say, I'm having a yard sale. You can come here and pick it up. And I will tell you, people will come right over and they will come and buy the higher ticket items, especially like baby monitors, strollers, furniture, whatever. The higher ticket items, make sure that you post on Craigslist or all those places and say, this is where it's at, because it's local to their area. And they will come to the garage sale and they will buy it. They absolutely will. So just so you know, it's a huge tip. Once again, some things can be time consuming, but how much money do you want to make? Honestly, if you're going to do the work, you might as well make the money. Okay, so the ad. All right, so you want to make sure you itemize everything in the ad. So you itemize everything in the ad, okay? So what does that mean? Okay, so baby items, right? Furniture, chairs, CDs, I mean anything, right? You want to make sure you itemize everything. But before the beginning of every ad, you want to make sure that you use words like massive and do it in all caps. Overflowing, everything must go, things like that. This is how you phrase things. This is a great way to market. I actually use the word massive and overflowing a lot, and I tell you what, I've got some great tips. I'm so excited. I'm actually really excited. I can't believe I haven't done this video sooner. But massive, overflowing, everything must go. You want to make sure you put that in the beginning of everything and then label everything that's on there that people are going to want to buy. Baby items are very powerful, kids, stuff like that, toys, name everything. That gives people an idea and it gets them excited. It really does. So, but you want to make sure that you use these words before it starts. So you want to start here and then technically I should have done this. Then you put the items, okay? Then you list all the items. So you got the gist. That's the ad. That's what you want to look at. And also, I do the same things with signs, okay? So I make actual signs, and here's what I do. I buy stakes actually from Home Depot. There's stakes that you can buy from Home Depot. And I just take, I actually personally used to use like work from home signs because I work from home. So I have some like signs that were already made. You don't have to do this, but I just take like green, yellow, whatever, like construction paper. And I just write on there, garage sale, the date and the time. And I do say massive garage sale. Make sure you say massive garage sale on the sign because that's going to get people to turn in. And here's what I do is I make at least 4. This last one I did 8 because I wanted to test something. And what I wanted to test was whether or not I wanted to spend money inside the paper or not. I will tell you that I had a little bit less stuff this time. And I didn't want to spend the money on the paper because I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how I do with just my signs. And I didn't do 1,000, but I did very well. I think I did like 700 or 800. But which is still really, really, really good. That's the least amount of one I've made. But plus I had less stuff, and I didn't pay one dime for advertising. This is all stuff that I already had anyways. I reuse my signs every year, so I didn't have any out of expense pocket, so it was awesome. It worked out. So I make actual signs with construction paper, and then I put them on all. I do 4. This last one I did 8. So what I do, because down the street there's gas stations, so I place them, to the closest gas station, whatever corner, whatever major intersection is closest to your house. You want to make sure you have arrows pointing, massive garage sale, your address, and that's basically all you want to have. For actual signs on the road. And these signs are worth doing. Trust me, these signs are worth doing it. Just point, 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 point. People love that. They appreciate that. It's a well thought out strategy, and I promise people will come. They really will, and they'll appreciate it too. Okay, what time to start? So number 8, time to start sale. Okay. Typically I do from like 8 to 4 p.m., right? Sometimes, I've done this a couple times. I don't have to do it all the time, but start 30 minutes earlier than all the other garage sales in the neighborhood. If everybody's doing 8 o'clock, do 7:30. If everybody's doing 9 o'clock, do 8:30. And the reason why that is because they will come to yours first and shop and spend all their money there. So they're fresh, ready to buy. Start 30 minutes earlier. That's typically what I do. Sometimes I do 8 to 2. Sometimes I do 8 to 4. Sometimes I just, you have stragglers. And I will tell you, I've had people come knock on my door. No kidding. Come knock on my door because they missed the garage sale and they asked if they could come and rummage some of the stuff, and they've spent $100. No lie. I've had it happen. So I absolutely, if someone comes and knocks on my door, I'll open up my garage and be like, okay, if I've pulled everything in, I let them do it. I'm not kidding you. So sometimes I let stragglers come by. So anyways, start 30 minutes earlier. This is a huge tip. Everybody will come to you first and spend all their money with you, which is what you want them to do. Okay, so here are some more tips. Here are more tips. Sell water, juice, Cokes if you want. I'm not a big Coke person, but if you want to, that's fine. People will buy it. You will easily make $20 to $50, no lie, just on selling water, juice, and Cokes, and sell them for $1. Or, I've done 75 cents and I've done $1. So sell them to 75 cents to $1, okay? According to what you spend on everything. Make sure you make a profit. This garage sale is a business, okay? But some people sell hamburgers and hot dogs. I'm not going to do all that. That's just too much work. But you can do that. I'm telling you, and people will buy. They will. They want to hang out. It's like totally cool. Let's hang out on a garage sale. It's crazy. But anyways, those are other tips. Oh, one more thing about pricing. Oh goodness, this is huge actually. One more thing about pricing. Make sure, okay, I want you to think Walmart, Target. Think about when you go into a shopping store, okay? Everything is what, $1.97, $1.95, right? Don't do even amounts, okay? Do pricing. If it's gonna be $2, do $1.95, okay? Or $3, $2.95, right? Always do on the 95 because people will just say keep it. $2.95 sounds cheaper than $3. They will end up giving you the $3 anyways. It's crazy, but it's marketing psychology. Make sure you price everything like that. If you're going to price it $50, price it $49.95. Okay, I think you get my drift there. Okay, final thing, and then I'll wrap this up here in a second. The layout. Okay, this is important. All right. Once again, you want to take the time to make sure you individually label everything. Make sure everything's clean. you want to make sure you want tables in a U formation, okay? Tables in a U formation. And so what does that mean? Well, when someone pulls up to your driveway, okay, you want them, the first thing, they have a table and they go up and they go all the way around and they come back in. If you're going to have people go in your garage, I do. You don't have to. If you feel uncomfortable with that, that's fine. And then just make everything nice inside of there. And so it's just like one big shopping experience, right? And have tables in the middle as well. So you have all the tables on the outside in a big U formation, and then you can have one right down the middle according to how much stuff you have. Try to get everything on a table. Big items, obviously, like furniture and even some baby stuff, you can do on the ground or whatever, and display it very nicely. I promise you, people will stay there, they will shop and connect with people, right? Talk to them. Hey, how's your day going? I always connect with people. Ask them if they're looking for anything, because a lot of times people are. They're looking for a toaster, they're looking for a blender. You don't know what they're looking for. Some people, they just like to stop by a garage sale. That's fine too. We love anybody. But just talk to them, I've had people to say, nah, and then I'll be like, how's your day going? And I'll talk to them for a little bit, and they'll be like, you know what, I think I'm going to buy that picture frame. They might only spend $3, but you know what? $3 is $3. So I'm cordial with people. I make people feel welcome. Of course, I offer them, hey, we have some waters here for 75 cents or $1, whatever you have them for. And they're like, oh yeah, great. Especially in the middle of summertime, it's hot, right? People are looking for something to drink, and they most likely are not. They don't want to spend $4 at the store. They'll spend 75 cents with you, right? So to them, it's totally worth it. So this is really kind of like my 10 steps to really having a massive big money garage sale. And this should absolutely help you. I'll type out some notes below this blog so you can follow along. I will also have some other information if you're someone that wants to learn how to market successfully, really anything. I'll have some information below this, especially marketing online. If you're looking to make more money, I will have information below this video. But my intention for this particular video is that I really wanted to show you how to have a successful, massive, big money garage sale with everyday stuff. Okay, if you take the time to do this, I promise you, you will. What I just told you, literally everything I just told you was years and years and years of just my own personal. I did do my own research. I've done my own research, and I've connected with other people that have successful garage sales. But this is also stuff that I have learned over time that, don't waste your time on certain times of year, or don't waste your time with certain times of the day. It's just different things. How to market, how to do signs, how to get your ads out there. I would definitely do an ad in the paper the first time around. When people get to know, because people actually look forward to my garage sales, they're like, you haven't had one. Like normally I have it at a certain time of year, and they're like, you didn't have it last time. I was like, I know, I've just been really busy. And they're like, gosh, like they always compliment on my garage sales. They're like, it's always so clean. And they will pay top dollar. They will, because I can make sure everything's clean. So it's worth doing it. It's a lot of work. It could take you 4 or 5 weeks to set up, but in 2 days, you can make a tremendous amount of money. So I hope this blessed you today. And please, if you got if you have a testimony from this, if you follow this strategy and you have a big, massive garage sale, please let me know. I would just like to know. I don't do this professionally. It's just, well, I guess I technically could call myself a professional now because I've done it so many times. But I just would like to know, I love hearing testimonies. So I hope that this helped you, and connect with me on all the social medias that I'll have there, and go make some big money in your garage sale. I can't wait to hear from you. You take care, and I'm signing off for now. All right, bye.